Somebody call a doctor because bad medicine is back. That's the answer. This is the Appleton Oak. I'm Mason Quinn. Folks, today I'm very excited because we are starting a whole new series. We are getting into Ted Lasso. This is season 1, episode 1. It's just called Pilot, and I have no idea what I'm in for other than this is, it's got something to do with soccer. And I think Ted Lasso is an American coach. That's all I know. Diamond Dave has seen this before. He's seen all 3 seasons. He enjoyed it, and so many of you recommended it. So I'm going to check it out.
He also highly recommended it as well. I've seen the first season, but stopped at that because I knew we were going to get into it on the channel. So I'm definitely ready, willing, and able to rewatch. You guys enjoy the first season and then go on from there.
I know nothing about this show whatsoever, other than it has come very, very highly requested. So I'm excited for it.
All right, without further ado, let's go.
Hey, Bob, we are way behind on schedule, so I'm gonna need you to get everything hooked up like yesterday. All this stuff needs to be done by tomorrow. Gotta have it done.
Boss, I'm not an electrician. I mean, shouldn't we wait for the pros?
This can't be that hard. Couple plugins, couple wires. It's not that big of a deal. We do not have time to wait for the electrician, so just get it done. I'm counting on you, all right?
I'm counting on you. Oh!
Jumping jackrabbits, Bob, what the hell happened?
Oh, I knew this was a bad idea.
Bob's instincts were right, but his supervisor didn't listen. Now Bob's injury could be worth millions.
Wait, did you say millions? Who are these professionals that can help me?
Morgan & Morgan. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury firm with more than 1,000 lawyers and 4,000 case staff ready to fight for you if you become their client. But Bob is worried because he doesn't have the cash to pay for expensive legal fees. Worry no more. When your boss puts you in a dangerous situation and you get hurt, don't settle for less than you deserve. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you every penny. And the best part? It's completely free unless you win. But Bob feels conflicted. He doesn't want to sue his boss, even if the company hasn't paid him for the last 6 months. When you sue for an injury, you're not suing your boss. You're suing their insurance company. There's no reason to feel bad about getting the compensation you deserve. So if you've been a victim in a car accident, medical malpractice, workplace injury, or any other personal injury, you can hit the link in the description to get Morgan & Morgan to fight for you. Bob did, and he sure is thankful Morgan & Morgan had his back.
See those high knees, answer?
High knees, high knees. We're bending it like Beckham.
Okay.
Everything I've ever heard of her from Game of Thrones is shame. Shame.
Rupert and I bought this on our 5th anniversary.
Why, you have exquisite taste.
Do you want it?
It's a Hockney. It must be worth £1 million.
Good point. You should have said yes. Auction pile, please.
Right away, man.
Oof, auction pile.
George is here.
If he's here, why isn't he here?
Yes. Good point. Hey, boy. I love what you've done to the place.
Nice shorts.
I could ask the same of your hair. Please.
She's a cheeky one, isn't she?
Cheeky one.
Whatever it is, you need to get off your impressive chest.
You're fired.
Yeah, right.
And I'll be buying out the remainder of your contract, so...
Ooh, take a
wishing best of
walk.
luck.
Okay, there's that.
I suppose I could go for any number of reasons, really. Your casual misogyny, for one. I know, it's a big word. Ask one of your daughters what it means. Having led this team through yet another remarkably average season. Or maybe it's because you insist on wearing those tiny shorts that force me to see one of your testicles. And there's the other one. You're fired because I'm the owner now and I don't like you. Now do piss off, you fat twat.
Whoa, all right then.
Hey, Iggy boy, what do you think's worse? Your husband cheating on you or being the last to know?
Is there someone that could pop out and fetch me a salad?
Nothing with raisins in it, please.
You.
So what to do as far as new managers go? Shall I prepare a list of candidates?
No, that won't be necessary.
This is a bit of AFC Richmond announced the hiring of their new manager, one Theodore Ted Lasso. Of course, recently it was Coach Lasso leading the Division II Wichita State Shockers to their first ever national title in American football. All the way to the promised land in his very first season as head coach. But for a lot of us, that's not how Ted Lasso found his way into our hearts, certainly not into our living rooms. For me, it'll always be Ted. Celebrating a moment of joy with his team in a way that you really have to see to understand, and then even when you see it... Right on, Ted. Do your thing, man, and good luck with the most beautiful game. Do us proud. Go America.
Wichita State.
Oi, mate, this you.
I believe it is.
Oh, man. Legend. Can I get an Aussie?
An Aussie.
An Aussie?
You coaching football, mate. You are a legend for doing something so stupid. I mean, it's mental. They're going to murder you.
Don't you rate me? Another soccer bug. Coach, you're a sponge. Come on, hit me with a fun fact.
They don't say out of bounds, they say into touch.
Okay, you owe me $5 if I sneak that into a sentence later.
You're on.
We'll be dimming the cabin shortly.
Should get some sleep. The jet lag will kill us. Yeah. Are we nuts for doing this?
Yeah, this is nuts.
Hey, but taking on a challenge is a lot like riding a horse, isn't it? If you're comfortable while you're doing it, you're probably doing it wrong.
Well,
if we see each other in our dreams, let's goof around a little bit, pretend like we don't know each other. You got it, stranger.
all right. Got a wife and kid back home.
You didn't sleep at all? Not a wink. No, my brain just kept on cooking. At first, I was thinking about not sleeping. That's never good. Next thing you know, they're handing out warm chocolate chip cookies in the planes landing. I didn't get cookies. Did you eat mine? That's not part of the story. I think this is us right here. Yeah, there you go. Coach, I got a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore, right? Hey, I've never actually said that we're not in Kansas before. That's kind of nice. Yeah. That's Tower Bridge? Right, not the London Bridge, because this one's still up.
These Victorian-era headmasters, all they wanted to do was get the boys to stop masturbating, so they invented a sport where the boys wouldn't use their hands at all.
Come
And they thought
on.
that might do the trick. Not sure if it worked, but...
Sure.
Feels different, Coach. I mean, the same, but different.
Metaphor?
You know it, baby.
Stop touching the grass! Get up! Get off the pitch!
Yo.
Who are you?
Well, I'm Ted Lasso.
God, you're the new manager.
Yes, sir.
I didn't look to take all the grass you want.
Oh, no,
Whew.
Oh, yeah.
Still, we got to get off the grass.
Oh, yeah.
You still got to get off, you know.
Hey, what's your name, by the way?
Me?
Yeah.
No one ever asked my name. It's Nathan.
Nathan. Oh, I love that. Hey, love your hot dogs.
This guy.
I'll introduce you, big boss.
Hello.
Just runs.
Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Ted Lasso, your new coach.
Call me Rebecca. Miss Welton's my father.
If that's a joke, I love it. If not, I cannot wait to unpack that with you.
So good to finally meet you both face to face. Higgins. Oh, sorry. This is Higgins, our current director of communications.
Current.
Can I get you something to drink?
Yes, please. Didn't get much sleep on the plane, so anything you got a little boosted caffeine should do the trick. You know, mochaccino, frappuccino, any coffee thing, as long as I can't taste the hint of coffee. Well, usually I take it right back to the counter because someone's made a horrible mistake. You know, I always figured that tea was just going to taste like hot brown water. And you know what? I was right. Yeah, it's horrible. No, thank you. You're right.
Now, would you like a tour
Oh, I'd love to see Abbey Road.
of the club?
Yeah, let's start there.
First match was played in 1897. During the war, our stadium was used as a makeshift hospital. Yeah, some of the locals claim they still see fallen soldiers wandering around the pitch.
Ooh, that's spooky.
Oh, do you believe in ghosts, Ted?
I do. But more importantly, I think they need to believe in themselves.
So, we'll need you to speak to the press.
Oh, yeah. No, after a couple nights' good sleep, I'll be happy to do so.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you knew. They're ready for you now.
They're what?
Here you go.
Without further ado, hey!
Well, the good thing is they don't take football that serious over there, so it'll be all right.
All right. How y'all doing?
That's good, chill. No, I tell you. Look how good. If I don't hear silence, I'm going to start punching.
Cut this twat! Yank.
Okay, so, hey, why don't we just jump right in? Anybody got any questions? How about I go ahead and address the larger than average elephant in the room? No, I have never coached the sport that you folks call football at any level. Jesus. I'll tell you what I do know. I know that AFC Richmond, like any team I've ever coached, is going to go out there and give you everything they got for all 4 quarters.
Halves.
Halves, yeah. They're going to give you everything they got, 2 halves, win or lose.
Or tie.
Right, y'all do ties here. Sorry, that's going to take some getting used to for me, okay? Because you try to end the game in a tie, well, that might as well be the first sign of the apocalypse. All right, you can ask me anything. No topic will be in to touch. How about the fella right there in second row there?
Yeah. Trent Crim, The Independent. You're an American who's never set foot in England, whose athletic success has only come at the amateur level.
You got a question in there, Trent?
Is this a fucking joke?
I'm going to go to the Premiership season.
Not off the top of my head, no.
Got some other goodness, it just smacked all the go.
Nobody can understand you.
What's a goalie? The fellow with
What's
the big
a-
mouse hands in the by the net.
So is she pulling like a major league thing where she wants the team to fail?
I don't know.
Coach Lasso! You're not such a mad notion after all. And despite the number of you here, there is not a single person in this room who has seen Richmond play more than I have.
And in all those years, under the stewardship of the previous owner, I've witnessed nothing but profound mediocrity. Am I wrong?
Well, it's a bit harsh.
We look forward to seeing you all at our next match with Crystal Palace. Thank you so much.
What is her reason between hiring this guy?
Very interesting.
I'm just getting a major league vibe.
Yeah.
She wants to tank the team.
What do you think about them for another second? You have a job to do. And proving them wrong, just been added to the list.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh, thank you, Coach. See, I'm fine when there's no bubbles. You know, I can do that all day.
Miss Walton, I was a bit sceptical, but after hearing you speaking there,
all right, here we go.
I'm excited by your choice. Coach Lasso is just what we need.
Oh, he's an absolute wanker. Hope he fails miserably. See, my ex-husband truly loved only one thing his entire life. This club. And Ted Lasso is going to help me burn it to the ground.
All right, there we go.
I want him to feel like he's been in the with a splintered cricket bat.
I mean, using a sentence so it sticks. The gaffer, me, is going out to the pitch, the grass here, to watch practice.
Training. They call practice training.
Oh, it's vernacular. Won't be tough. You know what? I'm going to get it, though, because training makes perfect.
There you go.
Oh, there you go, man.
Nathan.
Eyes on the man you're marking, come on!
Who is that?
Roy Kent, team captain, classic old school box-to-box midfielder. Definitely lost a step.
You know, he's a legend. Won a Champions League with Chelsea, so.
8 years ago.
Yeah.
Old timer.
Holy smokes, did you see that? That fella looked like a kitty cat when he... Nate, what's he like?
Well, Jamie, he's great.
Sam Obisanya, right back defender out of the Nigerian League.
Nigeria? Like Africa? So these fellas from all over the place? I do love a locker room. Smells like potential. And am I getting notes of Axe body spray?
Notes.
Look at your face. Look at your
Well, lynx don't live in the jungle, do they?
Ah,
I don't think so. I think they're
more of a
Florida.
woods
cats,
creature.
yeah.
My name's Ted Lasso. This here's Coach Beard. I know we don't officially start quite yet, but, you know, we just wanted to pop in, say howdy, let you know how excited we are to be here.
Everyone in here decent? Oh, boys, that's disappointing.
How can I help you?
Oh, no, I'm here to pick up that one.
Yeah, sorry, coach. She made me an appointment. Getting waxed. It's more for the fans than it is for me. Score a goal. I mean, I can stay if you want.
No, that's okay.
All right, cheers. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, is everybody going to leave now? You know, jet lag kicked in.
You gotta stay up. Oh, man, don't be a sleep cop.
Sleep cop.
It was real fun watching you out there today. You know, the boys really respond to you. It doesn't surprise me, though. You've had a heck of a career.
Thank you. Never thought it would end being coached by Ronald McDonald.
Well, there's
wow.
that.
Not often the best start, huh?
What are you doing in there?
What you doing back here? Where's Jamie?
Oh, he left his phone in his locker.
Oh, why don't he come get it?
He's still getting waxed. Surprisingly furry. The hair was like growing back while she was doing it.
Come on.
May I?
Oh, yeah. Help yourself.
Lower it down on that side.
Oh, great.
That's perfect.
All right.
I'm Keely, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I'm Ted Lasso.
No, I know. You're trending hard on Twitter right now.
I bet.
Do you even tweet?
Nah, but I do beatbox, all right.
Pop at the end.
This you, Nate?
Oh, no, God, no. No, couldn't handle that. This is me, green one here.
Already burning the midnight oil, I see, Ted.
Well, as the man once said, the harder you work, the luckier you get, huh?
On the diagonal.
My apologies, Ted. We should have ordered you a car.
Oh, no, that's okay. Night, y'all.
Seems like such a nice man. I'm not sure I can do this.
Obviously, for this to work, I'm going to need the full support of my new Director of Football Operations. I'm assuming that's a promotion and substantial pay rise.
Well...
Oh, and Higgins, I know that there'll be elements to this little adventure that will weigh on you a bit, but I'm sure it won't be harder than it was to sneak all Rupert's women in and out behind my back all those years.
Oh. Ooh, Higgins. Not good.
Oh.
I expect more out of a Volvo, man.
Oh, she's going off in a Rolls Royce. He's got his Volvo wagon.
Hey, big guy. How you doing? How's school day? Right. No, I forgot. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a little loopy today. Yeah, yeah, you can say that. No, that's okay. No, I just want to hear your voice. Yeah. Yeah, go do your thing. Thanks, big guy. Yeah, I miss you. Yeah, I love you too.
Well, let's see how this relationship is.
Oh, well, you know what? It's actually pretty nice. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, it got a cute neighborhood too. Yeah, you and the little guy gotta get on over here. Come check it out. But that's what I'm doing though. I'm giving you that space.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
That's why he took the job.
Yeah. Well, I was wondering why wouldn't his family come with him?
Now I can't sleep.
Little Bismarck key plan.
Yeah.
Bismarck key plan.
Yeah. No post credits on this show.
No.
Huh? It's a lot of credits. Boy, that's surprising. No. Well, I gotta say, hey, look, first episode. This is the pilot. Shows have to do a really good job of hooking the audience, right? And look, I'm all in right now from the start. I had heard a lot of things that this was a good show, and obviously, given what we do, the content we can watch outside of recording is obviously very limited because we don't want to, watch something that we're going to eventually do on the channel.
That's why I only watched the first season.
I'm giving you a hard time. I know, I'm giving them a hard time. But anyhow, nonetheless, look, I'm aware of who Jason Sudeikis is, but the number of things that I've seen him in, if I have, I really don't, recall what his style of comedy really is, like kind of like what he does. Like so many comedians, like when you go see Jim Carrey, you kind of know what you're going to get in a comedy, and so many other, comedians, whether it's, like an Eddie Murphy or somebody like that, you kind of know what to expect. So I wasn't sure what to expect with Jason Sudeikis. The Southern accent kind of threw me off a little bit. I wasn't ready for that, but I liked the buildup. I like how we're kind of doing almost a major league type thing here, where in that movie, it was a baseball team that the owner's wife, I believe it was, wanted to tank.
No, she was just the owner.
Or she was the owner. Yeah, she wanted to tank the team so she could move
it to Miami.
Yeah, she wanted
to get out of Cleveland.
That's what it was. Yeah, so kind of a similar thing, but in this case, it's revenge on the ex-husband. But what I found interesting, though, is that when Ted brought that up with the picture, you can see that really bothered her. And she was, being so tough the whole episode that almost for a split second here, the actress kind of gave the impression that the character was kind of dropping her guard just for a moment. So I'm wondering if that's going to progress later on. Is she going to is Ted going to win her over, or is she going to want just the team to fail regardless? Because I want revenge. So we'll see how that goes. But we got one hell of a cast of characters here that I think are going to be real interesting. Obviously, Jason Sudeikis having kind of that Southern charm, mixing with the folks from England and even Wales, maybe. That's going to be really fun to see.
As in Africa?
They come from all over. That's going to be really great to see the dynamic that they have with the back and forth, and just the not a language barrier, but just a terminology or the slang or whatever. Of course, can be fun. And let's not forget, Ted knows nothing about soccer, so this is going to be very curious in how he has to go through to maybe win the team over. So I'm here for it. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun and real easy watch here. Just a fun kind of lighthearted comedy so far. They did give us the notes that Ted's got some problems back home with his wife. Seems like has a pretty decent relationship with his son, but we'll dive more into that. So it is interesting having a character who does have some issues or maybe does have some flaws that he has to work through. I think that's going to be fun as well.
Yeah, I've seen Jason Sudeikis and We're the Millers. I think is probably his most popular film.
Wow.
He's funny and he's kind of definitely got his style of comedy. But it came very highly recommended, so I'm very much looking forward to it. But the plot in the first episode is so far out there. And look, I know it's a comedy, so it's like don't think too much into it, Oak. But the concept, even if you wanted your team to lose, the concept that somebody who is the owner of a Premier League soccer team would hire a D2 U.S. football coach is interesting.
Right, like the warning flags wouldn't go up for Ted.
Yeah, it feels like a really, really far reach. Now, on one hand, okay, you could say like they made it very clear that he came into the program and in 1 year, took a D2 program to a national title. And there's a lot to be said for people who are talented coaches and people who know the game, regardless of what you're going into, versus people who are leaders and people who command a locker room and people who can get the respect of their players, people who can get people to work as a team, because obviously when you, when you're coaching adults and they're all superstars and stuff like that, that can be difficult. I think we're already seeing that on the team. I hate to say that there's too much overlap of major league, but of course that's the first thing that jumps out. You have your veteran player, you have your young hot shot, you have some of your other guys on the team. So you have the assistant coach who's kind of there for you to support you, but he believes in you. So some familiar themes here, but again, it's really hard to. And look, we'll get over it. It's fun. A fun series from everything everybody said, but the fact that they would hire a Division II football coach who has zero experience with soccer, a bit of a stretch, but look, a solid first episode, and we're here for the long haul, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, it all started. I double checked because I remember he did skits as Ted Lasso, being an American coach coming over to coach a soccer team. It started in 20, and I looked to double check. Okay. Well, it was for NBC Sports, so like that was when he was still in his Saturday Night Live days. They had him come over and he played this character. And then I looked and it was his then girlfriend, then now ex-wife, Olivia Wilde. I was like, you should revisit the character. And then the reason why I first started watching is I do like Jason Sudeikis, love him as a comedic actor. But then I saw that Bill Lawrence was attached to it, and I made it, no bones about it, that I absolutely love Scrubs, which he created. And it was one of my favorite TV shows ever because it has comedy, it has heart, it tickles all the senses,
emotions.
But it seriously does tickle all the emotions. So I knew that that's probably what I was going to get into with this show. Yeah, there's the parallel right there with Major League, but it's to get you drawn in, get you interested, and it's to get the starting off point.
Right.
And so if it's And so if it's like Scrubs to me, or like even Spin City, if you ever watched that back in the day, which Bill Lawrence also created, you're going to be in for a good ride of laughter and tears and everything in between. And that's what I was expecting. And so far with the first episode, getting back to just this, we're getting all our introductions in order, getting what all our motives are, and finding out everything. And as much as we're laughing, yes, right at the end, classic Bill Lawrence way.
Man, they weren't ready for that.
Got to give you a little bit of the emotion as to why he did it.
So just so we're clear, this Ted Lasso was a Saturday Night Live skit.
From what it looked at, it was a character he created for NBC Sports that they ran for Premier League Soccer.
Oh,
so
okay.
he was doing ads, and if you want to, or if on your free time or whatever,
Sure.
you can watch the YouTube clips. They're like 5 minutes long at most, but they shorten them to commercials so that two halves thing was like. Where it's him and it's a different person, as I might even have been Coach Beard in there, where they're just like, halves, y'all play halves here? What kind of crap is that?
Okay.
Like he just
it was something that
he's
was
over embellished.
Yeah, it was something that was originally done for comedic purposes and adapted to.
Yep. And then that's how we see the teleplay and stories by Sudeikis and Bill Lawrence. And Bill Lawrence is very good at doing comedic stuff, and then also making sure there's heart in the matter as well.
Yeah, which there's only, I mean, if you look back at Saturday Night Live, there's a handful of things, not a very extensive list, but a handful of things that started as skits that eventually made their way into film, or characters that were famous from skits that found their way into film in one way or another. So, again, it looks like it's going to be fun. That's the only thing I'm struggling with, and I know I've said it a few times. Is
I
seems
think
like
that
so out there,
and I think that's because look, there's only so many ways you can do a fish out of water story with sports. You can either have, like Major League, the owner that wants the team to stink so bad she can move them, or in this case, revenge. So it's like, okay, we have to find a way to get this coach that has no business being there to be there to do this fish out of water story. How can we do that? And what I think is once we get past the pilot here,
it feels like it's the ripping off of the Band-Aid of the background. Like, hey, look,
I think once we get past that and we accept that Ted's the coach, and then we can take the ride with it and enjoy the comedy that'll come.
Well, I'm sure there's going to be, I shouldn't say I'm sure, I'm expecting that there is going to be throughout this first season a level of comedy like the two halves, or not knowing proper terms for certain parts of the gameplay. But again, it's something that I wanted to mention as this is what we do. We're reactors, we critique and stuff like that. If we were to take the flip side of things, and of course, where we live, the Green Bay Packers are the big team, and generally speaking, in American football, usually where you're finding, head coaches are either somebody who is an incredibly successful college coach, or they were a defensive coordinator or an offensive coordinator,
also incredibly successful
on another team. That's kind of the avenues to make your way into head coach in NFL football. Were you an offensive or a defensive coordinator, or an assistant head coach or something along those lines that some teams have, or were you a highly successful collegiate head coach? Those are pretty much the three ways into, even within.
Or if you're the Bears, a highly successful CFL coach.
Or something like that. But as far as even within the same sport, I don't know that we've ever seen a Division II football coach. Generally speaking, they would go to a Division I college program. A giant difference in pay here in the United States for Division II and Division I college football programs. But to see a Division II coach even go right to the NFL in any capacity, I think would be pretty unlikely, much less head coach. But again, wanted to recognize that. But the comedy was good. Definitely some uncomfortable relationships between the owner and her director of communications for now,
Higgins.
Some great comedy with the old head coach with the shorts and stuff.
Well, the thing that I do like that they kind of addressed a little bit to kind of handle the why would you bring this guy out of nowhere is she said, look, all we've been is mediocre.
Right.
And it's just like, okay, being good is fine, but as a famous NFL head coach once said, good is the enemy of great. because you become satisfied with being good and then you never achieve that next level. So she could play it off like, hey, I'm just swinging for the fences here. If it doesn't work, okay, it doesn't work. But what's the point of having another, let's say, 5-5 season where it's really kind of blah? There's really nothing, you know.
Do we
so
know how many
they kinda play
games
that
a
off.
season is in the Premier Soccer?
I have no idea.
No idea.
No
I'm sure
idea.
we'll find out.
We're going to be learning here.
We'll
with
be learning
Coach
right
Lasso.
along with you. That's for damn sure. Look, I'm so happy we're starting this. I'm hoping I'm happy to be here with this. I'm hoping that you guys are going to enjoy it as much as we did. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. That's why you're here watching these guys to see if they're going to love it as much as you. So I can't wait to get to season 2 and 3. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course the answer. Catch you on the next one, pals.
Jet lag finally kicking in.
It's easier going that way than it is back. What?
I remember I had that as a kid one time. I was like, what the hell is this?
Whew. You know what today feels like?
First day of school.
First day of school. That's right. Oh,
Gotta look right, coach.
yeah.
Bill's not getting by me.
Oh!
Knock-a-doodle-doo.
Good morning, Coach Lasso.
I brought you a little something.
Oh.
Yeah, cookies. Or, as y'all call them here, biscuits.
There we go.
And you smother these in gravy.
Oh, Ted, I don't really.
Oh, come on, I'll take a looky there.
Oh, these do look good.
Right?
Me.
You know what? I'll start bringing these to you every morning. Called Biscuits with the Boss.
That really isn't necessary.
Okay, well, mark this down as the first time we disagree then. Actually, no, second time. Tea is horrible. Absolute garbage water. I don't know why y'all do that. Anyway.
Ted.
We're going to start simple. Real easy one. We're going to do first concert, best concert. You go ahead and go first. Go, right off the bat.
The Spice Girls. And the Spice Girls.
First and best.
Well, I mean, come on. It was the gambler himself, Mr. Kenny Rogers. You got to know.
Stop. Ted, I'm sorry. Biscuits with the Boss is not something that I have time for this morning or ever.
Wow. Okay.
You're going to show up tomorrow with biscuits, aren't you?
Oh, come on now. I would not bet on that. I mean, unless you want to win a buttload of money. High five, Tree. Woo!
Tree.
Remember what you said to me our first day coaching at Wichita State?
Lose the ponytail?
Relax. They're just kids.
Well, these fellas sure as heck ain't kids. Hey, look at Isaac. He looks like the Rodin sculpture in cleats.
They call cleats boots.
Boots.
I thought you said that the trunk of a car was a boot.
Also a boot.
Hold on now. If I were to get fired from a job where I'm putting cleats in the trunk of my car.
You got the boot for putting boots in the boot.
I love that.
Let's go ahead and do a little 7-on-7. We're going to call this drill the Exorcist, because it's all about controlling possession.
All right, let's go.
Oh, let's see how this goes.
Oh. So we'll get some flowers, because this spot here is where Sam died.
Boy, walk away, you little prick.
All right, Grandad, keep your wig on.
Keep your wig on.
Hey, Sam, come here a sec.
Coach, I'm sorry.
You know what the happiest animal on earth is? It's a goldfish. It's got a 10-second memory. Be a goldfish, Sam. Yeah?
Is his advice going to actually start to work?
Hey, Nate.
Who, me?
Yeah, until we get another Nate here, I just need you to assume you're my default Nate.
Higgins.
Ted Lasso was in my office. What's the first concert you ever saw?
Wait, George.
Not you, garden gnome.
Your garden.
Everywhere he's been, his players seem to love him. There's one thing that's just mucked this up.
Oh, here we go.
Up top.
Do you know which of the players has the most sway in the locker room?
I know.
So helpful. Then solve me this different mystery. Find out where Lasso got those biscuits.
Watch out, biscuits. Higgins is on the case.
This guy is great. Chase is on the case.
All right, fellas. Excuse me.
Me and Coach ain't gonna mess with the game plan. But, we would like to start fiddling with the way we do things here in the locker room. And if the internet has taught us anything, it's that sometimes it's easier to speak our minds anonymously. So I asked Nate here to make us a good old-fashioned suggestion box.
Yeah, I did it with my niece. She loves crafts.
Yeah, I love glimpses into your personal life.
If anything's got y'all hot and bothered, just go ahead and drop us a note. You could have issue with the color of the towels or, heck, the food in the vending machine. Sound good? Okay, great. See y'all tomorrow.
We're middle of the table. We've lost 3 of 4. And you want to know if the snacks in the locker room are tasty enough?
Are they?
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
What would you rather be, a lion or a panda?
I don't have time for this.
Ted?
Gotta go panda.
Are you mad? Pandas are fat and lazy.
I don't have time for this.
That Rebecca is an intimidating, very tall woman.
Oh, no. You know, she got some pencil, all right, but you just gotta hop over.
Hi, babe. Here.
Hey, Jamie, what would you rather be? A lion or a panda?
Coach, I'm me. Why would I want to be anything else?
Yo, pandas eat their weight in bamboo? My little boy told me that.
What?
He was talking about these arcade boys.
What's she scheming?
Maybe the Premiership's too much for him.
No, he just needs to get a little more comfy here, that's all.
Well, he turns 20 on Saturday.
There we go. You know, we'll do something special for him. Nudge that ship in the right direction, yeah?
Oh, boy, here we go.
I hope you choke on a Big Mac.
Good thing these are anonymous.
You know, Roy signed that one. Wanker.
You don't want to let them call you a wanker, Ted. It's bad.
What's a wanker? Very helpful, thank you. What if I joined forces with the swashbuckling cat to play tiny guitars for women of the night?
You'd be in cahoots with Puss in Boots, playing lutes for prostitutes, reading Roots.
No, autobiography of Malcolm X. I got you. Hey, hold my beer. All right, see what you got, young lady. Come on. What you got? What you got? Whoa, are you kidding me?
Well, I don't think she could play on their team.
Tasmanian devil.
The Tasmanian devil.
Wrong again.
Yeah. Get with the boss time. Ooh. What? Higgins, hey.
Three's a crowd.
Hey, that's a crowd I don't mind being smack dab in the middle of, buddy. Let's tie up some loose ends from yesterday. First concert, Kenny Rogers, right? Best concert, we got Beastie Boys at Horde Fest, 1995. You're gonna love this story. Actually, did y'all get the OJ trial over here? What if I soft shoe in? Huh? Something like that. Or you walk in, despite recent headlines, it's still a fun dance move. Heck, Higgins and I are having lunch today.
Oh, yes. We're having salads in my office.
All right, catch you later, boss. Higgins, see you at lunch, huh?
See you later.
Oh. Yes.
Yes. Fucking barges back in.
See you later.
Hey, Sam, you gotta pop upstairs real quick. Higgins wants to talk to you. Go, move it.
Yeah, he's gone. He's gone.
Hey, guys, listen up. Okay, Sam's birthday's on Saturday, so I was thinking we'd all chip in and get him something nice gift or something. So Nate's gonna be coming around with yet another.
Put the money in his mouth.
Okay, you hear that, y'all? You put the money in his mouth. Got it? Okay, good. Go get him, Nate. Okay, help him out.
Lovely. The money in his mouth.
Yummy for you. Spearmint. Make the money smell nice.
Thank you, Jamie. That's incredibly thoughtful.
Hey, Jamie. Have a chat. Did you put gum in the box there?
Oh, yeah.
Why'd you go? You know, Nate's just trying to help us out here. He's part of the team, right?
Yeah, right, Coach. Yeah, and I see this team like a band. And if we were the Rolling Stones, I'd be Mick Jagger, because I'm the front man.
Sure.
I got the moves. And Roy would be Keith Richards, because he's old and everyone's surprised he ain't dead.
Marcus, what you got?
Ooh, that was interesting.
How are you feeling about taking on Crystal Palace this week?
A palace made out of crystal seems mighty fragile, if you ask me. Yeah, right there.
Trent's Crim, the Independent.
Oh, I remember, Trent.
Just curious. Can you explain the offside rule?
Well, Trent, I'm going to put it the same way the U.S. Supreme Court did back in 1964 when they defined fee. It ain't easy to explain, but you know it when you see it.
Any thoughts on the newest Rupert girl?
Well, Rupert and I are no longer together, so he may consort with whatever actress model he pleases.
No, the girl who came forward today is another one who was with Rupert while you were married?
Oh.
And all this time I thought men couldn't multitask.
I'm afraid that's all we have time for.
I'm surprised he didn't. He looked like he was going to jump in for a
Yeah, it
second
was
there.
something, but I think he's taken in what's going on with her.
Yeah.
I'll make sure you're doing okay. You know, that was pretty rough back there.
I expect nothing less from the press.
So did you need somebody to post that? Because that person's not me.
No, come on. This is a care package for my little boy. Maybe something in here can help cheer you up. Yeah? Got a small battalion of army men. Says here on the card that I'm supposed to set them up in my apartment to help keep me safe. Homemade kazoo.
Excellent.
Only got one of those, though.
Got one.
I'm having a little trouble figuring out Jamie Tart's operating instructions, and I was just seeing if you happen to have any advice.
Oh, sorry, I'm afraid.
Ooh, well, your eyes just lit up. You got an idea? What is it?
I was just going to say you should go and talk to Keely.
Yes, you look beautiful. Just pet the lion.
The lion.
I love it. Give me a growl. Yes.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? So you went with the lion, huh?
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt, but it looks cool.
I look insane. But I do think it's better looked than the panda. Oh, look, let's get some food.
Okay.
You hungry?
Yeah, is it free?
Those are having lunch with Mason Quinn?
That's right.
I wanted to ask you about Jamie. Yeah. What would you say motivates him?
Blowjobs.
Well.
Second option?
Go on, there's another bite.
Hey, there you are. Team building I'm trying to do here, that's all.
He responds well to positive reinforcement.
That's my wheelhouse.
There you go, then.
Okay. Bye.
Go on, give us one more bite. Well, big one.
Well, yeah. Got some ketchup there. Looks like you devoured an antelope.
Obvious.
Just be careful. Hold on.
Oh, I feel like.
Oh, what's going on here? Oh, the paparazzi.
Come on.
Coach, you got any last words?
Speed on the outside.
Speed on the outside. You heard the man. That's all we got for you, except for one thing. And that's happy birthday, Sam!
Hey, man, you guys got me chin-chin. No, wow. Hey, this is all I used to eat growing up.
Well, we know you haven't been home in a while, so we thought we'd bring some home to you.
Oh, you guys, man. Here you go.
All right.
Happy birthday, Sam.
Thank you, Coach.
Well, we got a few things in there for you.
Coach, what's this?
Wait. My little boy gave me a whole bunch of these. Keep me safe while I'm away. Yeah, I miss him, you know.
My dad used to pinch my earlobes for good luck.
Give me a break. Sorry, Coach.
Coach, is it okay if I don't keep this? I don't really have the same fondness for the American military.
Imperialism.
Right.
Welcome to what the home fans call the dog track. It's Nelson Road Stadium.
Yeah, I've seen
for
those
AFC
before.
Richmond against Crystal Palace.
That's what they use in F1, right by their lips.
I wonder what that's about.
Yeah.
Chris, did you ever play under an American manager?
Never did, Arlo. Wouldn't have minded it. I do speak the language.
Oh, no.
To the fans at home, we do apologise for the fruity language.
They're all doing it.
We got 90 minutes to prove him wrong, yeah?
Let's give it a shot. Here we go.
They're chanting Civ, the goalie.
Richmond look disjointed, uninspired, and you have to say, joyless. Palace win and Richmond lose 4-1. The only bright spot being the defensive play of Sam Obisanya.
Only bright spot? Without me, it would have been 4-0, you miserable old pricks.
And a meaningless consolation goal for Jamie.
Meaningless.
I come bearing sweet treats to numb the sting of defeat. Just so you know, we can play a lot better than we showed today. I know it'd mean a lot to the guys if y'all just came down, joined in. Let them know you're still in the corner. That's all the arm twist I'm gonna do, though, okay?
You know what might convince me? If you told me we got these delicious biscuits.
Well, if I did that, I wouldn't be able to bring you more on Monday, now would I?
Jamie, Trent Crim, The Independent.
Oh, boy.
Nice a beating today. How are you taking the loss?
It's not just me, though, is it? We're a team. I'm just one of 11.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, but how is that?
Yeah.
I am taking it pretty hard, you know? The rest of them, they're all in there eating cake.
Seriously?
Yeah, seriously, mate. The new gaffer's got music on in there. It's like a party.
The gaffer's fixed the water pressure.
Uh-oh, here's trouble.
I saw the map. You were rubbish.
A new assistant?
I did want to get your advice on one thing. What do you think? Oh, look at that. Gotcha.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right, I underestimated you.
See, no one sees me
Okay.
coming. Come on, what do you got? What do you got? Oh, boy, that was quick.
I didn't see you coming through the air.
What?
I just sent you the pictures.
That's exactly what I wanted.
Or
Star
is
player's
it?
girlfriend and the new manager.
That is what she wanted. She's trying to tank the team.
Yeah. But she's having second thoughts, maybe? Oh, he's making them by hand.
Holy shit, he's making them. What?
Miss Wilson?
Do it.
Oh. Well, she had a doubt for a moment. Oh,
no, this is so bad.
She was starting to come around for a moment, but in the end, she saw that shot of her ex-husband's latest and pushed her right over the edge. But I had a feeling that because I wondered if the kind of the down home Southern charm that Ted has, if it was going to start to win him over a little bit, and it looks like it is. Not so indifferent again. We talked about Major League a little bit, where the team kind of starts to come together. But I wonder if she's going to come along, because I don't think the team is going to necessarily have somebody that they're playing to try to prove something against necessarily, outside of maybe the fans who don't think they're any good. So I'm kind of wondering how that's going to play out. Interesting, we haven't seen Ted do any soccer coaching yet at this point. It's just been kind of motivational rah-rah type stuff, which is fine. But that kind of leads me to believe, like, how is the actual coaching going during the game? Because at some point, a coach has to coach, and you have to kind of know the game. He can't just send his players out there and be like, do whatever you guys know. So I'm wondering if that's where our new actress here, the young lady who he was playing soccer with, if that's where playing football with, if that's where she's going to come in as kind of like the assistant somehow to kind of bring him up to speed, at least where the game is supposed to go. So I think that'd be pretty interesting to see. But yeah, I mean, Ted's doing the stuff to win the folks over. Didn't get a lot with his family this episode. We did get a lot of that in the first one. Obviously we saw the stuff that his son sent. So they have a good relationship, just not going so well on the home front otherwise. But yeah, this is, the thing I like about this show is that they come in, they hit you with the laughs. It's a lot of fun. And nothing's like super overdone. They hit the jokes, they know when to hit them, and then it's a short watch, 30-ish minutes. So and then they get out. So I'm really liking where this is going. I like that we had the birthday party, and that most of the team seems to be accepting Ted for kind of what he's trying to do, even though they're not playing that great. Because I thought we'd have like some pushback in me, like, what are you talking about? A birthday? What are we? 5 years old?
Well, we saw Jamie put the gum in the box. Jamie put the gum in the box. So I mean, there's definitely some pushback. This is my super early prediction. I think what's going to happen, because we learned that our owner, her whole thing is that her husband loved this team more than anything, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she wants to tank it. But what if? And the team's been known as, again, for years and years of mediocrity.
Yep.
So wouldn't it almost be better revenge if she came in and took the team to the top? I mean, you're going to come in and tank it and ruin what he already had again established a long history of mediocrity. I think the win for her is come in and have this team be good.
I think she's going to see that. She'll
show that, hey, look, I'm a better owner than you. Yep. And I think she sees that Ted is genuine, which, it doesn't seem like she's living in a world right now where a lot of the people around her are the most genuine. Although the assistant guy, he's awesome.
Coach Beard.
No, not the assistant coach. Her personal
Higgins.
Yeah, Higgins, her personal assistant. I love Higgins.
Yep.
But no, this is a really fun show. Like you said, it's kind of lighthearted. Everything is kind of superficial, but there's, it feels so genuine. It's just a fun, genuine show.
The story progresses quick, because normally I think in something like this, the owner, she'd not like Ted for maybe 3-4 episodes and then maybe start to warm up to him. But
it was quick.
But
but he's doing a lot of the little things, right? Like I think you expect a new coach to come in and we're going to run a new offense, we're going to run a new defense, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, and he's like, well, what can I do to make these players happy? Water pressure. What can their day to day? It's like I think so many people wonder, what are the big things they can come in and take care of? Well, what are the day to day things? What are the little things that are going to help these guys
battles.
help with their day to day morale? If you come in and
you have a better practice because some little thing happened. Well, better practices, one leads to the next, and leads to a better game. And I think he's doing everything right so far. I'm really leery about what is going to happen with these photos and a rift it's going to put between not necessarily just Jamie and the coach, but look, if you come in and you seem like this real genuine person, and then all of a sudden you're exposed, then you really lose the locker room. The team really loses trust in you. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen there.
Well, as we saw in the first episode, right? He's always he's a coach's player. Like, look at him dancing as they won.
Player's coach.
And they showed it again in this episode, which was beautifully directed by Zach Braff, who was JD, the star of Scrubs. Bill Lawrence.
Never saw Scrubs.
You guys, I think you'd enjoy it, actually. Back to this, though. Like, yeah, he's going to have a whole new culture shock, though, to bring him in. And I love what he's doing. He's trying to change everything for the better because he saw what success happened in 1 year to him, but that was with college kids. Now, this time, granted, with Sam, he's Nigerian, but he's 20, so he's still technically a kid. But same thing, he's going through the same thing that Sam is going through. They're both homesick. So when he got that care package, he saw how much it meant to him. So it was like, absolutely, we're going to do a birthday for Sam because that maybe it can be warming. And it started with giving him the food. I can't remember the food, but he's like, I used to eat these all the time when I was a kid. And it was the same with Ted with having his barbecue sauce. Transported him right back to home because he's homesick. His wife and his son are back there. So that he wants to be with them, but he's halfway across the world. He had to give his wife some space, and this was the way he knew how. And with Coach Beard by his side, you saw Coach Beard was reading the soccer and football fundamental books on the flight over in the first episode. So right now, I think he's basically got to lean on him, hopefully, and then let the players do their things. Because, they are professionals, though, at the end of the day. So other than what offense we're running here or there, they're not controlling too much.
I think we're going to see I don't know if we've gotten her name yet, but our girl that he's been, seeing play soccer in the park that he had a little interaction with there. I wonder, of course, I joked, is she going to come in as the ringer? That's not really something that can happen, but, is she going to come in and help him learn the game? Is she going to maybe step in as a coach, and for me, that could create a whole, okay, now you're going to bring in a young female coach for this league, how that would sit with the players and whether that's another point of conflict or whether she's just going to learn about the game with him or if that's just somebody who is, receiving him well because we see everybody there is wanker this and wanker that, and she seems like, hey, this is a new guy and she's cool with him.
The bartender.
I think bartender, just give him a chance.
If he can get that to grow, because I like the point you made, Oak, about like, look, he can't turn the team around overnight.
No,
he can fix the shower heads overnight. And he can do a lot of those little things
overnight.
That's stuff that can be fixed easily. So I like how the approach is going there because so often in movies or TV shows with somebody comes into a team to turn it around, it's the montage of they go to practice, things aren't working out, then practice is working, then they start to win a few games, then they're steamrolling them, and then you kind of get to that. Well, this is taking a little bit different approach.
Well, and then it's the classic thing. He's got the superstar that's all about me. So that's why he reached out to the owners. Well, Rebecca didn't really know, so then he reached out to Keely, and actually she was like, well, he needs praise. Well, so then he gave it to him, and he saw that he kind of turned there for that half tick, but then resorted to his old ways right back to Trent Krim saying they're having a party in there. And
he was on the verge a little.
But Ted is realizing, like, look, they are kids, so he's a superstar. He needs praise. Roy Kent, probably doesn't need too much. He's an agent star, but hey, look, he's happy he got his shower because he didn't have it at all before, and he was happy to get that pressure on.
Yeah, well, it was because we saw that in this episode. Both Rebecca and Jamie, they both had that moment where they started to buy into Ted a little bit, but then they switched it off. So maybe in the next episode they'll buy into him. But it's wild that Ted's making those her biscuits by hand.
Well, hey, you know, she was looking to find a way to find it to get them.
She's just
this is not it. Higgins,
bucket.
like, and they're probably delicious, but they weren't Ted's. And you know what? It's because that secret ingredient of love and kindness and caring that he puts into every single biscuit. That's why they're so delicious.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun though. I like how it's a very fun, lighthearted trip through Ted's journey here. So I think this could be a lot of fun going forward.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Talking about fun. Hopefully you guys are having fun with us. Watch this Ted Lasso season 1. So for Appleton Oak, that's Mason Quinn. I'm of course Answer. We'll catch you on the next one, pals.